Hey guys, another video from the Anti-Nerd here, and today I'm bringing the Psylocke vs Thanos 2-pack from Marvel Legends Gameverse line, this new line that was announced as the fall program. So here's the first 2-pack that was released. I was actually very surprised that this 2-pack was released in July and the other ones are supposed to be released in November. This is one of the most hyped. I think it's the most hyped up product that we have in this line because of this Psylocke updated. People don't seem to care much about Thanos. He's pretty much a recycling from the deluxe version that I also reviewed in the channel. But the Psylocke is going crazy. People are paying top dollar for this 2-pack. There's been a lot of scalping in Target. As you guys know, this is a Target exclusive here in the US. The other countries are normal, but here in the US it's a Target exclusive. So what it means is a lot of pre-orders cancel. They always keep checking your bank account, a lot of problems, a lot of scalpers. They don't put any limit in purchase. So anyway, I was able to get this one for $59.99, which is the retail price plus taxes, so pretty much $65. I pre-ordered. I put on an alarm very early. Here's the package. I think the Marvel Legends logo could have been in the middle, and this warning sign is I don't know, it pollutes a little bit of the packaging, but I want to show you guys the part that I like the most about this 2-pack package, which is the sides, because of the pixelated arts. As you guys know, they cannot say Marvel vs Capcom, but it's clearly based on those games made by Capcom, so they don't have the rights. Jada Toys has the rights of saying and producing Capcom. Here's Thanos pixelated. So they decided to go with Gameverse. $65. I put an alarm for 5 a.m. I don't know. Here's Thanos Deluxe. I'm also gonna do a quick comparison with this Thanos that comes right here. Here's the back of the packaging. Very cool. I have absolutely no complaints with this back. They put the description right there as if they're battling. They announced this kind of like a backdrop that comes with the package, and also it's cohesive with the line here because you see the real other 2 packages that soon will be released. I pre-ordered all of them. Today I pre-ordered the War Machine versus Omega Red, and I think the first one was Wolverine versus Silver Samurai, if I'm not mistaken, was the first pre-order. So let's take a look at this Psylocke versus Thanos 2-pack. So let's open. There's something that I really like is that they put this background here, which is excellent for photos. Stay to the end of the video. I'm gonna show the photos I did with this backdrop here, and it's a strong suggestion to Hasbro. Put more backdrops for photography in your packages, please, because it's super cheap, it's super necessary. I like it a lot. So there's a 2-pack outside of the packaging. Inside the blister, Thanos does not come with almost anything, just an extra hand of the snap with Infinity Gauntlet, which comes in the deluxe, but Psylocke over here comes with a lot of things. A lot of extra hands, good extra head, and a lot of power effects. So since she's the main attraction, let's take a look at Thanos first. So as I said, he's pretty much a repaint of the deluxe one, which the blue tone's completely different. The yellow now is orange. The blue on the new one almost looks purple. It does look very much similar like the video game version. And in my opinion, it does look more retro. Although the orange one is a little too saturated, in my opinion. Could have been a little faded just to match more this blue purple-ish color. But the scope's pretty much the same. There's a few differences in the boot. As you can see, the head is new, has this sort of horns, but the skirt seems to be the same. There's a little bit of detail here in the part of the glove, not the hand, but the part on the arm, close to the elbow right here. And also his shoulders are different this time. So which Thanos you guys like the most? I'm gonna go with the deluxe version if I had to pick, just because it comes with an extra head, it comes with more stuff, and I think the blue and gold fits better. I think although I love this new Thanos, I think the orange is a little too much. But I like overall this Thanos. I think if you don't have it, it's a cool one to pick. But if you don't have it, the deluxe one still the best Thanos. Totally pinless. The deluxe was also pinless. Same articulation, double joint in the knees, single joint in the elbows. It has a feet articulation right there. Has a torso ab crunch. Not much to talk about this Thanos right here, but it is a cool figure, and I do like the concept of having a 2-pack. So let's take a look at the hand here. Pretty much the same, just the color, as you can see, very saturated, the orange. So Thanos Deluxe, still the best, and he's the villain versus a hero. I like this idea of a 2-pack. I'm gonna explain further what are my thoughts on multi-packs, but I think they're super fun. But this is not by far my most anticipated 2-pack. So let's take a look at Psylocke right here and take a look at what she comes. Is she worth the hype? Is she as good as people are saying? A lot of people have the Mafex. I personally don't collect Mafex. I think they're too expensive. You can buy sometimes 3 Marvel Legends or more with the price of one single Mafex. So I like Marvel Legends. I think they're really quality. The head sculpts are great, these last ones. Marvel Legends improved a lot in the past few years. Cool detail in the hair right there. The alternative head sculpt, the angry head sculpt. Cool power effects. Has a shade of pink. Has a translucid type of texture. I think this is supposed to go on her face. Let's try it on a few minutes. And then this power effect also very cool. It's the smaller power effect, but I like how it looks. The colors, the pink, very vibrating. This hand right here, I personally haven't seen in any other female Marvel Legends. It's a little thicker than your average open hand. That's really, really thin. And she comes with those other pointing 2 fingers hands. Very cool. So overall, she comes with a lot of extra hand. I think overall, she has 5 hands that you can use. 1 fist hand, 1 griping hand, and let's take a look at the articulation right here. So very different. I think she's not so much of a recycling as I would expect. She has all the articulation you expect from an updated Marvel Legends. Her legs are super big, are bigger than normal other Marvel Legends female characters. Double joint in the knees, double joint in the elbows. She has rotation in the upper torso, an ab crunch. And she has a rotation here in the thighs that I thought it was very well applied, because it's kind of like a hidden articulation, which Marvel Legends doesn't do that so good so often. Take a look at the butterfly joints right here. They go super. They have a crazy range. And yeah, she moves pretty well. The butterfly joints even have like a little hole there because she goes too much. Maybe she moves too much. But other than that, I think overall looks very good, the articulation. As you can see, she can go a lot back as well, especially if you get rid of the hair in the back. So very cool. I'm very impressed with how this figure feels in hands, because usually the male figures are more fun because they're more articulated. But I don't know, the Psylocke is really fun to play with, and the head sculpt, I don't know, reminds me of Maggie Chung. You know, this actress. She is not the same, like it's not like twins, but I don't know, reminds me of her. Psylocke here looks a little Asian to me. If you guys have more details on the character, I'm not an expert, so you can say what you think. And this is the articulation I was talking about, how invisible it is, because it matches the blue there, right there. Before getting the straps, it rotates. So I love when the articulation somehow integrated to the aesthetics of the toy of the action figure. So very cool. And she bends also very far here in the legs, although it doesn't go full 90 degrees or 180 degrees. I don't know. But why the people are so hyped up for this figure? I think that's the reason, to be honest. I think that's right there behind her. Yeah, it's giant, it's huge, and there is the explanation why so many collectors, mostly men, as you guys know, they are going crazy for the Psylocke over here. But yeah, it's a good figure. And what I notice about people who love action figures based on X-Men, they prefer the costumes that are single, you know. It's not like an uniform blue and yellow. It's more like that individual look that a lot of X-Men have, and people love the 90s look on X-Men. They're crazy about the game as well, and I think finally Hasbro, it seems that they've been listening more to what people comment on Reddit, on Facebook. So I don't know. They're doing their thing, but they're also delivering a lot of fan service. And I don't think that there will be a better year for Marvel Legends overall than 25. I'll be honest. For the leaks of next year, I don't think it's going to be as good. The next year seems more alternative. I don't know, more obscure than the characters we've been getting in 2025. But let's take a look at Psylocke with the power effect. There's a lot of ways that you can attach these power effects. The grappling hand will be very easy to attach, because there's a lot of holes and different textures for you to try to attach, and she poses pretty well. I'm gonna put some pictures here so you guys can see how Psylocke looks right next to Thanos. Here is also her power effect in the head, so it's kind of easy to drop, but it does look good on her. And I'm also gonna review Jean Grey pretty soon, the X Factor, the new one. I bought it. I haven't had even the time to open that figure, because there's so many good releases, and I've been trying to catch up and show you guys and bring, but I have a lot of reviews already recorded, and I've been having a hard time to publish them. So there she is with both power effects. Super cool, amazing. You're not gonna think that she's missing anything. It is what we expected. If you think about it, if you pay retail, you're paying $30 for each figure, which I think in her case it's great, because comes with everything you want. And Thanos is not a character you're gonna get the deluxe for less than $30. So I think it's a fair price. But is it worth $100, $100 more, $120, as some people are paying on eBay, or because they cannot wait, or they're afraid that they're not gonna find in stores, not gonna be restocked? Because the past Target exclusives that I've witnessed, they were possible to get. I think if I put some effort, I would find in stores. But I'm glad I didn't have to go to the rush, because since I moved to the US, I haven't seen a case so insane of hype and hunt for figures, because people are buying in the same day 60 and selling for 100 the same day. So let's compare here with X23. That was the Marvel Legends female that I like the most in 25 so far, but she's being dethroned by Psylocke, because Psylocke has a crazy amount of articulation that X23 doesn't have, such as the ab crunch. Although I do think that the X23 here, she looks very good without that ab crunch. Her belly, her abdominal part looks very neat, very cool. So, but I think Psylocke, yeah, she is the best Marvel Legends 25. There it is with Dark Avengers Warbird. I think she's also a release of 2025. That one is not a Target exclusive. I got her for retail price 25, but I haven't seen much of her in the stores. I bought in a collectible show, but I saw her on Amazon. It was definitely not $25, so it was a good deal. I think Hasbro has been giving more attention to female characters, and I thought it was gonna be a recycling of that, but no. The legs of Dark Avengers Warbird are way thinner than Psylocke. So Psylocke has a bunch of new parts, and the butterfly joints seem to bend a lot more than the Dark Avengers Warbird. So yeah, best female Marvel Legends of 25. Don't think it's gonna be another one. It's gonna be definitely Psylocke from the 2-pack with Thanos. A lot to talk about this 2-pack, right? But I'm excited to also show you guys in the future, near future, the other 2-packs, because the one I'm most excited about is Captain America versus Venom. And yeah, I'm very excited about that one. The other ones, I'm very curious about the new Wolverine, but other than that, I don't know. I think Juggernaut's gonna be a good figure, but it's too expensive. $65 for a single figure, that's too crazy, because you guys know it's probably gonna go more. So Thanos, I'm gonna give a grade 8 out of 10, because I think it lacked accessories, it lacked an extra head, it lacked power effects. It was just pretty much a recycling of an excellent figure. But Psylocke over here, I'm gonna give a grade 9 out of 10, just because the holes on the butterfly joints and in her back thigh part, I think it is the part that missed the aesthetics. Plus, if you notice, the part that holds her body, her hips, her the back side of her torso, it has a slightly different color of the skin if you compare with the legs and the arms. So not so good. Other than that, it's a perfect figure. Comes with a lot of accessories, great articulation, great head sculpts, great power effects, very cool Psylocke over here. So I'm gonna give a grade 9 out of 10 for this package. So I'm gonna leave some images right here with Psylocke and Thanos with the backdrop. I think that's a great addition. This pack overall, it's very fun, but not so fun part is hunting this. So I don't know, might ruin the experience for you, but other than that, it's a great package, a great package. And I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with Psylocke if you're into the character. That's one of the definitive versions of her. And I don't know if they're actually gonna release a single release of Psylocke. I doubt it, because they like the hype. They will like how this 2-pack will go up in the market. And I think that Target's gonna restock that a lot. They know people are after that. It's impossible that a company doesn't notice how crazy people are with Marvel Legends. They just rip out of the stores. It's insane. But anyway, so Psylocke versus Thanos, it's a great package if you get it on retail. So stay tuned to the new anti-nerd reviews, and bye bye.